You've been doing crunches since the Clinton administration. You've done them on a mat, on a stability ball that immediately rolled you into the coffee table with a twist, without a twist, while holding your breath and quietly reconsidering every fitness decision you've ever made. And your abs look exactly the same as they did in 2009. The problem isn't your commitment, it's the exercise. After 40, crunches don't just stop working. They actively work against you. Today, I'm breaking down exactly why. The hormonal reason, the anatomical reason, and what your core actually needs instead. No, this doesn't involve buying a little wheel device that lives under your couch for 6 months before you donate it. And no vibrating belt from a late-night infomercial. Stick around for the last exercise because it's the one most women never try. And it's the one that finally changes what you see in the mirror. And girl, if you replace your crunch habit with what I'm about to show you, in 28 days, your core will feel genuinely strong. Your waist will look tighter, and you will stop feeling like your abs are somewhere in witness protection. Let's get into it. Real quick, why did the crunch become the AB exercise? Because it targets the rectus abdominis, the top layer muscle everyone associates with a six-pack. Which sounds right, until you realize the rectus abdominis is the most superficial layer of your entire core. It's like repainting the front door while the foundation is crumbling. I'm also guilty of doing 50 crunches every night in my 20s, expecting Sports Illustrated results. Do I wish someone had stopped me? Girl, aggressively. Okay, here's why crunches fail, and then I'll give you what actually works. Reason 1. Crunches spike cortisol. Repetitive spinal flexion under load, especially at high volume, activates your body's stress response. After 40, with estrogen declining, your cortisol regulation is already more sensitive than it used to be. Repeated cortisol spikes send a direct signal to your body to store fat in the abdominal region. So not only are crunches not sculpting your belly, they may be part of the reason the belly is there in the first place. Slow, controlled. Anti-cortisol. Reason 2. Crunches completely skip the muscle that actually sculpts your waist. Meet your transverse abdominis. It's the deepest layer of your core. It wraps around your midsection like a built-in corset, stabilizes your spine, and creates that pulled-in, defined look from the inside out. Crunches do not touch it. The transverse abdominis is activated by deep contraction, breath control, and anti-movement holds, not by bouncing your neck off the floor 50 times. It's like going to the gym every single day and only training your pinky finger. The rest of your hand is just vibing. Reason 3. Crunches compress your lumbar spine. And after 40, that's a real problem. Every crunch loads your lumbar spine in flexion. After 40, spinal disc hydration decreases, and years of sitting, scrolling, and standing slightly wrong means your lower back is already under stress before you even get to the floor. That repeated compression is a direct path to chronic lower back pain. Your back is not the tax you pay for abs. That is not a trade anyone should be making. Now here's where it gets interesting, because your body isn't broken. It just needs a completely different input. Speaking of a different input, the question I get most at this exact point is, okay, but how do I structure this in a way that actually works with my hormones over time? Because understanding why crunches fail is one thing. Building a protocol that progressively loads your deep core, syncs with your hormonal cycle, and doesn't torch your cortisol every time you do it. That's a completely different problem. That's exactly why I built the 28-day isometric challenge. It's the movement protocol for the woman over 40 who's done fighting her own body to lose belly fat. It works by syncing progressive isometric loading to your complete hormonal cycle. So instead of working against your chemistry, every single session works with it. And within the first 2 weeks, most women feel their core activating in ways it never did with crunches. Their waist starting to look tighter, and that stubborn lower belly beginning to respond for the first time in years. It's linked in the description below. If you're watching on a TV, scan the QR code on the screen. Either way, it takes you straight there. Now, the 4 exercises that replace your entire crunch routine starting today. Exercise 1. The dead bug. Lie on your back. Arms pointed straight to the ceiling, knees bent at 90 degrees, shins parallel to the floor. Lower your right arm overhead and extend your left leg out simultaneously, slowly, while keeping your lower back glued to the floor. Return and repeat on the other side. This is anti-extension core work. Your core is fighting to keep your spine neutral, while your limbs try to pull it out of position. It directly trains the transverse abdominis and the deep stabilizers that crunches skip entirely. Your midsection starts to look pulled in instead of pushed forward, and the lower back ache from your morning commute starts to feel like someone else's problem. Can't keep the lower back down yet? Start with legs only. Already comfortable? Add a 2-second hold at full extension. Exercise 2. The hollow body hold. Lie flat. Lower back pressed into the floor. Legs extended and hovering a few inches up. Arms reaching long overhead. Your entire anterior core fires at once. No movement, no bouncing. Just pure sustained contraction of the deepest abdominal layers. If your lower back lifts off the floor, your core isn't there yet. Bend your knees to scale it down. Hold 20 to 40 seconds. This is the crunch's smarter, quieter, more effective older sister, and she has been waiting for you. Exercise 3. The bird dog. On all fours, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Extend your right arm forward and your left leg back simultaneously. Hold for 2 seconds and return without letting your hips rotate. Here's where most people blow it. The moment your hip drops or your lower back arches, you have lost the exercise. Keep the spine neutral. Imagine a full glass of water sitting on your lower back. Not a drop spilled. This trains the deep spinal stabilizers and the glute core connection that protects your back and creates genuine functional strength, not just surface tension from 10,000 crunches. Exercise 4. Isometric plank with exhale contraction. Standard forearm plank. Straight line, no tent, no banana. But here's the upgrade. Every 10 seconds, fully exhale and actively pull your navel toward your spine at the very bottom of that exhale. That contraction at the end of the breath is your transverse abdominis firing at maximum depth. It's a subtle cue that completely changes what the plank activates. Your entire midsection begins to engage differently. Tighter, deeper, more connected. And over weeks, that difference is exactly what starts showing up in the mirror. Here's your replacement routine. Dead bug and bird dog on Monday and Thursday, 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps per side. Hollow body hold and isometric plank on Tuesday and Friday, 3 rounds of 30 seconds each, 20 minutes, 4 days a week. No equipment. No cortisol torching cardio that leaves you exhausted and hungry an hour later. Beginners, cut every hold in half. Advanced, add 5 seconds per hold each week. Your abs are not hiding because you haven't done enough crunches. They're hiding because they've never been asked to do the right job. Drop in the comments which of these you're adding to your routine first. And in 28 days, come back and tell me what changed. I read every single one. If you like honest, hormone-aware training built for real women over 40, subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And if you want to know which foods support deep core work and cut through the bloat that's masking your results, check our channel playlist. Your body doesn't need more punishment, girl. It needs a smarter conversation. Now go have it, because at 40, 50 and beyond, you are just getting started.